Then I saw when the Lamb broke one of the 7 seals, and I heard one of the 4 living creatures saying as with a voice of thunder, Nerd. I looked, and behold, a brown horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and an ocarina was given to him, and he went out to save the princess known as Zelda. When he broke the 2nd seal, I heard the 2nd living creature saying, Nerd. And another, Red 13, went out, and to him who sat on it was granted to take Matera from the earth, and his hair would stay always spiked, and a great sword was given to him. When he broke the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd living creature saying, Nerd. I looked, and behold, a black suit, and he who once wore red had no more need for web shooters on his hands. And I heard something like a voice in the center of the 4 living creatures saying, In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. When the Lamb broke the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th living creature saying, Nerd. I looked, and behold, a gray DeLorean, and he who sat on it had the name Doc, and Marty was following with him. A kiss was given to him by his mother over 15 years before his birth, to help his father talk to her, punch out Biff, and with lightning, make it back in time for Nerds of the Apocalypse.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse. I'm, of course, Trex. Alongside me in this room is my buddy Preach.
Hi.
And Stevie B.
Okay. Hi.
Sorry. Yo, Stevie B in the house.
And then, of course, over here in Google Hangout, we have Showtime.
Yay! Notice my new tweet thingy.
Yes, it's now
Yay!
Showtime Noda.
Showda no
It's
time.
not at your first and last name anymore.
Yeah. Now I'm ambiguous. I mean,
Ambiguously
Gay.
the ambiguously gay
duo.
We do apologize that we couldn't actually get this on streaming. Google doesn't know how to use their product properly and know how to work it. So, thanks, Google.
Or you don't know how to work it. One or the
Man,
other.
I'm not the idiot who decided to put YouTube and Google Plus on together.
Yeah, I
when
agree.
I don't use my real name with my YouTube channel. But anyways,
you do now.
I am not.
Theodore.
It's not even my name.
Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Wow.
It just made me think of the Chipmunks.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
it did.
Okay, go.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Of course, the show is brought to you by PCLaserTech.com.
.com. No, we all were like waiting to do that. That was great.
Apparently.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
All right, so we do have a couple of nerdy news, and then we have a great discussion topic. I saw a discussion topic. That was very nice.
Thank you. You're welcome.
How fast did you do this done?
I did it last night in a course of about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, because you typed it all on Evernote like in one giant
No,
paragraph.
it's because I did it on the computer version, and it doesn't. They don't come over well.
So I'm looking at my show notes here on my Galaxy S4.
Shut up.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, you're gonna be showing off you're gonna get the iPhone 5S?
No, that's
No, I'm
preaching.
gonna get it.
I'm gonna be showing
not
off
get-
my ass real soon if we
No.
don't get this thing on the road.
He just wants to play Final Fantasy 14.
He does. Poor guy.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So it says here that Stevie B has a retraction.
Yes.
Right.
What did you do? Who
Well,
did you piss off?
Last show, I talked about Bryan Cranston being Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
That is not confirmed. He was approached, and when asked about it, he was like, "Oh, it's news to me." Everybody reported on it except for the major people, and so it became like one of those internet things where it's like news but not really news.
So
So I got Jackie Chan. I got
Yeah. Oh, you
Harry
mean?
Potter aided? I guess.
It's okay.
So-
Wait, did Jackie Chan not die?
no.
No.
I know.
So-
Just
the
like
bloggers-
Apple or Japan or Samsung did not send a bunch of freaking nickels over to Apple
Hmm.
Right.
for over a lawsuit.
So you mean that all the bloggers said it was Bryan Cranston, but then all the major news outlets they didn't?
Like Entertainment Weekly hasn't reported on it.
Yeah.
Superhero Hype hasn't even reported on it.
Yeah. And if you know it's not on there, especially when it comes to a Batman Superman movie, then come on, dude. You know it's not real.
Can we bring this up? Because I didn't put this in the show notes, but me and Trex got into an argument last night.
Oh, yeah.
Because on
was it really an argument?
No,
I
no.
mean,
it was on Justin Bieber's was it Instagram? He put up a picture of the Batman
God.
Superman script, and it pretty much said he said Robin ? On the top of it, like he was gonna be Robin in the Batman Superman movie.
If he dies, I'll be happy.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, you know what? If he was Jason Todd and he gets beat
right?
with a
crowbar,
by the Joker, then I'm totally cool with that. I guess, right?
I
Yeah.
would be.
Beat
Well,
the-
then he becomes the badass Red Hood, so that wouldn't work out.
Yeah, but they could
I just
they
want
could get a
him-
completely different person to play the Red Hood
Yeah.
because he has to be badass, and that's not Justin Bieber.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it
we
doesn't
know.
have to be
But
through the comic.
I think it's fake because that morning he was doing a Funny or Die skit. And I think it has something to do with that. So
I mean, honestly, who would really want to work with Justin Bieber after the stuff that he's been pulling?
Justin Bieber.
No,
Miley
okay.
Cyrus.
Well, I mean, do we really need you to sing that song?
Nobody needs you. You want to know why? I'll
Okay.
tell you why. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
done. My bad.
Next.
Next, moving on.
All right. So, next on the notes, let's see what we have here. Grant Gustin cast as the Flash and Arrow.
Who was that?
I have no idea. Let's Google him real quick.
No, you won't know him if you Google him. The only thing that I know him from, and I'm going to get really judged from this, is Glee. He
Wait a minute. He's not the cripple, is he?
No, he played like a rival, like
Oh, he was
Which
one of
one?
the singers from one of the other
he
schools.
was one of the singers from the prep
from the
school.
prep school?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
from
was-
the Warblers or whatever?
from
Yeah, the
Warb-
Warblers.
Yeah, he was like the one.
I think all three of us just got judged.
Yeah, I know.
Guess who
Well, I
didn't?
watch it with my
I
wife,
didn't.
so
He was the one that threw that thing that had like glass in it, the slushy that had glass. That guy. So
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'm looking. Yeah, as soon as I saw the picture, I know who he is.
everybody was
IMDb,
like,
great tool.
"Oh, he's so young. He's so young. Barry Allen's supposed to be in his 30s. He's so young." I was like, "Oh, well, so I guess they hire an actor who's young who can grow old with the show. That doesn't make any sense
that's not a
at
problem.
all."
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yes, it just- No, I don't have a problem with Barry Allen being young. They were like, he should be Kid Flash, not Flash. Shut up.
Honestly, Oliver Quinn, Arrow, he's supposed to be in his 30s too.
And he's supposed to have a handlebar
yeah,
mustache.
he's only in his 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's I mean, whatever.
even late 20s.
I'll say this: it's just like the Ben Affleck thing. I mean, don't judge him until you.
Are you gonna get a flash mask?
Until
and
you've
go
no,
into
shut
sheets?
up. Don't judge the dude until you've seen him play the role. That's it.
I think you should get a flash mask now.
Just okay. I'm sorry. Quick side note. I'm on IMDb.
Mhm.
Is there another Rocky movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Called Grudge Match?
Yes.
Yes.
Rocky trains Apollo's son.
Okay. Just it's right there. There's the first trailer for it.
What?
Yeah, right there.
All right.
We'll have to hit on that another day, but
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I'm down for it. I like Rocky movies, but okay.
Thank you, Sylvester. All right, so next up, we're going to talk about is it has been reported a little bit about Ben Affleck's character for Batman that he's going to be tired, weary, and seasoned.
It's at first I didn't like this, and then I was like, "Isn't this what we wanted? We wanted Batman to be Batman, not to
Yeah.
be
We don't want to
young, trained, like
untrained learning Batman. We want one
Batman being
seasoned.
his
We want
prime."
yes.
And everybody that hates on it, I want to direct them to the Justice League, because you had Batman that started a long time before Superman in the cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Like Batman started a long time before Batman. When Batman and Superman met, Batman was
Batman.
seasoned and grit. It was.
Yeah.
And then in Justice League, it was the same thing. Like when Justice League met, Batman was Batman. Superman was Superman and Batman was Batman for a long time
Oh,
before
yeah.
he met any other characters. And those shows are like on the pillar of everybody's favorite awesome thing. Like they're like, I love these shows. It's like, well, don't get mad at that because that's what those shows did with those characters. So if the Justice League movie is anything like the first 2 episodes of the Justice League cartoon, it's worth it. I watched that and I was like, this is why don't they try to follow this? Because I mean, Wonder Woman was perfect because you didn't have to have a backstory. She was just on Themyscira, and she was like, oh, this world-ending thing is happening, and they were like, shut up, we're protected by the gods. Go play with the other girls. And she was like, you know what? No, I'm going. And then Green Lantern just shows up, and everybody knows who Green Lantern is. And if you lived on Earth, you'd know who he was, right? I don't know. Same thing with Flash. They were all kind of like, who is this guy? He's kind of a tool. Like, but I mean, I watched it and I was like, this would be good. And you don't. I mean, they're noticeable characters, and you get their powers right away. The only 2 real complicated characters are Superman and Batman, and they'll be done. They've already been done. So I don't know. They'll have their own movie before the Justice League movie. So
How complicated can really Superman be? He's an alien baby.
Mm.
In Adventures of Superman, he used his heat vision to somehow manipulate the radiation from the sun and shoot it back at Brainiac and shrink him. So it's kind of complicated to me.
ooh,
Roadhouse.
He looked at the sun.
shut up. Okay,
All right. So
but I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem.
let's go to the Batman, man.
I'm fine with it. I think it's great, and I've
As
been
long as they don't go, yeah.
I've been a Ben Affleck supporter since it was announced. Like, I've not hated
Well, how
on
do
it.
you
I think
feel
it's
about
great.
The season.
The
thing?
season weather, that's what I want. Like, me and you talked about this. I want a Batman who already knows what he's doing. He doesn't have to learn on the go.
Yep.
You know, we're
Right,
past
but the
that
2
stage.
words I'm worried about are tired and weary. Because when they say those 2 words, I'm thinking Dark Knight Returns Batman.
No.
I don't want them to
I
go
don't
that
think they're gonna
far.
go that
I'm
far.
scared
No.
they'll do
Yeah.
it too.
Because that's Batman way down the road after Batman and Superman have been buds for a long
And plus,
time.
they've already tried to do that in a movie called Dark Knight Rises, and it was boo boo.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they-
so as long as they just make him, he knows what he's doing, he's in his prime, then I'm fine.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm down. So, this is something that really came up a couple. Was it really last week?
What?
For the Batwoman stuff.
Yeah, it was early
Yes,
last
that was
week.
last
Longer.
week. Yeah.
It was early last week.
Okay.
Yeah. 'cause
So the
he's-
writer and the artist, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's 2 writers. There's 2 writers for Batwoman right now.
Yeah.
They're
There's
both-
2 writers.
Two
they
writers.
both quit.
Okay. So writers J.H. Williams and W. Hayden Blackman have resigned from Batwoman, just from Batwoman, not from DC, right?
I believe it's just Batwoman. I think they quit.
Okay. Reason being is because, and I'm actually you just copied and pasted this, didn't you?
Of course I did.
You really think you typed this?
Come
Like,
on,
come
man.
on.
Give me a
You remember
break.
the source?
The source is a website that I copied it from.
You don't
Good
remember
job.
the website, do you?
Of course not.
Well, then you better not read it word for word.
I
Thank you.
I googled it. You can say Dan Dito's quote because that's the quote he gave.
I will give Dan Dito's quote. So basically, the writers actually resigned because DC Comics forced them to cancel the gay marriage plot that Batwoman was going to marry her girlfriend. That apparently it was like, from what the writers were saying, it was a really pinnacle point for Batwoman. And of course, the fan outrage was really great. There was, I'm trying to actually remember, I think it wasn't San Diego, it wasn't that. It was a recent Comic-Con that they actually had a cosplayer as Batwoman. She had a veil over her face. And it was like, I think it was last week. I can't remember which one it was, but I saw the picture of the cosplay and we all was like, it's really funny. It's really cool. So, and of course, Dan Dito, co-publisher, it was at Baltimore Comic-Con, that's what it was. This is his quote, that the marriage plot wasn't nixed for the reasons you might think. He said Batwoman couldn't get married because heroes shouldn't have happy personal lives. They are committed to being that person and committed to defending others at the sacrifice of their own personal interests. He also added that name one other publisher out there who stands behind their gay characters the way we do.
Alan Scott. Earth 2, Alan Scott.
Well, that's what he's saying. Is they stand behind it. DC Comics was fiercely criticized early this year for hiring the anti-gay marriage activist Orson. Like, that guy's against gay marriage.
Yeah.
So they were criticized for that.
Mhm.
But they support.
Well, here's the
gay characters.
problem is, why do you get criticized if the guy's I don't know. If the guy's a good writer, he's a good writer, right? I don't know. Like, unless you're vocal about it and you put it in your writing and you're at cons and you're like, ooh, you guys are gay, gross. Like,
you shouldn't get married. You have no rights.
I think it's just like being a Muslim. You can't be prosecuted by the way, Now, don't get me wrong. That's not my views, but I think you shouldn't a person should not get prosecuted for their views unless they're vocal about it and preaching hate.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And shoving it down your throat.
Exactly.
I mean, for me, I think that I would have liked to see. I don't read Batwoman. I've read maybe a couple of issues here and there, but coming from how these writers are, these are plots that have been set for months, if not years, because DC Comics actually came up to them and told them, no, you can't do the Killer Croc origin story in Batwoman. That was planned. They nixed that. They nixed other projects that the writers have worked on, and then I think that this Batwoman thing was the last straw.
Yeah, as a final thing.
Because it wasn't just we're just going to say no to it. I think these writers have been dealt before with getting their other projects nixed. So it's like, you know what, I'm done, completely done. Can superheroes have this? I mean, do they really have to sacrifice? I mean, I'm sure.
I mean, if you look at what's happening right now, freaking Superman and Wonder Woman are going through some shit, even though they're about to have a new comic series start called Superman and Wonder Woman.
It's going to be great.
But right now, their relationship's not going too well. And Superman and Lois Lane obviously fell apart. Hal Jordan and Carol Ferris fell apart. I'm honestly waiting for Kyle Rayner and her to hook up. Freaking Jon Stewart and Fatality are not doing too well.
They're working on it.
They're working on it, but they're not.
It's a struggle relationship with that.
The point is that none of those people are married.
Yeah,
they were trying to marry Batwoman.
Fine.
Yeah,
well, Fatality and Jon Stewart were about to, and Carol Ferris and what's his name? Hal were working towards it.
Well,
yeah, actually, Hal had a freaking wedding ring in his freaking locker.
Well, they didn't. DC didn't say that, you can't write these characters as gay. They said you can't marry them because we don't want that as part of the story.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they're not against gay marriage or anything. That's the first thing really people took away from it. And yes, of course, when you read an article like that, that's the first thing that's going to come to your mind. But I mean, coming out there saying that superheroes can have that happy marriage life, it's like, well, let them get married. And I'm sure that the writers were going to have an amazing thing on how they were going to have to work the relationship out as being a superhero. I
don't know why they didn't allow it. You know what they could have done with that? Like the villain tie-ins they could have done if they were married?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How much messed up stuff, how much darker it could have gone?
I mean, of course, the first thing I can go back to is Marvel, because Marvel did it with North Star and his boyfriend. And true, we don't really see those two anymore, because, I mean, there's so many freaking X-Men, and technically they're like Alpha Flight, so we don't really even hear from them anymore. You guys
X-Men's
smirk.
so good right now, by the way.
Do you think North Star?
That got Matt's attention right there.
Do you think he calls his bunghole the South Star?
No, that's called the Brown Star.
No! Well played, sir. Well played.
All right, moving on.
What just happened? Wow. So, coming into some movie news a little bit, Ant-Man is officially a movie for 2015.
A
summer
movie.
Gonna-
Moved up
summer
from
movie.
November.
2 months after Justice.
I'm gonna crawl up your
Right.
toes when you're not wearing any socks. I'm gonna
2
bite
months.
your toes, and you're like, "Ah, you bit my toe." I'm like, "Hee."
2 months.
Exactly how the movie's gonna go.
2 months after Avengers 2.
Yep.
Does
It's like-
that mean Hank Pym is going to be in the Avengers 2 now? And he's just messing with us, just goofing. But see, it's got to be tough, man, because summer 2015, Like I posted this to the Facebook page the other day. There's so many movies coming out summer 2015.
You're Madagascar.
Like, why would you?
Penguins.
Oh, that was epic.
You're gonna go see it. Like you're gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Like I was like a whole movie about the penguins. Skeet. Like
Did you really?
I was so excited, dude. There's no way I'm not going to see that.
You skied to penguins though.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Okay.
if Star Wars and the Penguins movie come out, I am going to movie hop from Star Wars to the Penguins.
No, I just want to see the penguins.
No. But it's got to be a reason, because for the colossal summer that 2015 is going to be, for you to push your movie, it's either that, and I thought about this, it's either that or they're planning another movie for winter 2015.
That's
and they're
what I
only
think it is.
releasing one. And so they've already got this Ant-Man movie planned, and maybe Hank Pym does play a role in the Avengers too. And they
I hate how you're putting maybe behind that when he should.
Well, he should, but we all agree with that. But it's like I told him earlier when we talked about this. It was like, how many Marvel movies have you gone to, and there's been something in the movie that you didn't hear about before the movie came out?
Mandarin.
How about all of them? Every
ole.
movie every Marvel movie you've gone to, there's always been something in that movie that no critic, nobody ever discussed, you never read about, you didn't hear about. Be it either the after scene, after the credits, or something during the movie.
Yeah.
So move Ant-Man up a couple months after the Avengers. You could slide Hank Pym under the radar, because how many times are there people not listing on the casting things that we read all the time? And then the next thing you know, you're like, I didn't know he was in this movie.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't put this past Marvel or Joss Whedon or anybody.
Avengers 2.
Avengers 2 to not, you know what I'm saying? To introduce Hank Pym, and then there's where Ultron comes from.
Avengers 2. Everyone dies.
Oh.
And Ant-Man movie is about Hank Pym
Reincarnating everybody?
trying to fix everything.
With Brown
Time
Star.
travel?
I mean,
A
North
time
Star.
travel?
Time travel.
Him time traveling?
What?
I don't know. What's
He just shrinks
Why
so
not?
small to a molecule of time and gets sucked back in time.
I don't know. We'll see.
What?
Okay.
That was mind blowing. Like, I want to see Ant-Man now. Like,
Calm down. My bad. I just got you.
Yeah, I would see
Just kidding.
Fantastic Four more for the time traveling.
Fantastic Four is in March of 2015 too.
is it?
That's a reboot, right?
Yes. The
Yes.
official reboot.
Is that one guy? I can't remember his name.
They haven't announced any casting for it yet.
Okay, but so we don't know that. Whenever trying to change the characters.
Oh yeah, they haven't announced if he's actually.
can't
Oh
remember
yeah,
his
that,
name.
yeah, Michael Jordan something.
Yeah, that
Michael
guy.
B. Jordan. Yeah, they haven't said it.
Okay.
So there we go.
Yeah.
The black guy from the Chicago Bulls. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding, guys.
the black guy from the movie Chronicle.
Oh.
All right. Next up is it was announced by Marvel that the Marvel Now has been flying off the shelves. Okay, I'm sorry. They've been doing really well then. DC over here.
Well,
Okay.
the New 52, and I haven't read a lot of comics, but the New 52 stuff has been a lot better.
It's
than
gotten
the Marvel
a lot,
Now.
It's gotten a lot better. From Marvel Now, of course there have been hit and misses. Superior Spider-Man team ups.
No, Superior Spider-Man team up is good. It's the
Villains.
the
Superior foes.
Superior Foes of Spider-Man is bad. Yes.
Yeah, that's a waste of time. But no, it's so they've really been seeing everything popular with it, and they've announced some news articles coming out from Marvel Now. One of them is one of my favorites, Inhumans #1, coming out is it later this year. I think it's
Yes.
October, I think.
No, those were December. launches.
December. Okay,
December launches. They're remarketing Marvel Now again.
they are
Is what I read, and
pretty much.
they're calling it the all new Marvel Now.
They better not have that like on the logo down there.
I couldn't make
Oh,
up
yeah.
the logo. I couldn't find an image, but it looked like it was like all new on the side and then Marvel Now.
Oh,
I could be
God.
wrong though. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to have to retract. That's not a fact. I tried to look at it, couldn't see, but that's what it looked like. And see, here's the problem, and this drives me crazy, is that all new X-Men is great.
It is.
And
Oh, yeah, it's
now
amazing.
I feel like they're trying to now. It's like, oh God, I bet if we just slapped all new on it, we could start selling even more stuff. So let's do the all new Invaders.
Okay, that had to be done.
Well, I guess. I mean, it's cool because it's the Winter Soldier now.
Yeah.
Instead of Bucky. So I might pick up the first issue of the all new Invaders.
I'll at
But
least pick up.
All new X-Men isn't good because of the title. It's good because of what it is, because of the story and what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
And this whole Battle of the Atom thing is so good.
Yeah.
Here's how I feel, because right now you got the two things happening. Go ahead. Sorry. All right, so right now you got Avengers, New Avengers, and I think
Uncanny.
Avengers Arena.
And
No, not Uncanny. No,
Also-
that Uncanny is separate. It's a separate storyline from what's happening in Avengers,
Right,
New
yeah.
Avengers, and Avengers Arena, as well as Infinity. And then you have Uncanny Avengers, Uncanny X-Men, All New X-Men, and X-Men, and Battle of the Atom. I think there's some other tie-ins. Do you have these? I don't know why they did this, but you have two separate stories going on involving the same characters in two different places in two different times. And hopefully, with this all-new Marvel Now thing, let's just get rid of all that Avengers thing. Because Infinity's good, but it's probably not going to last past.
I don't like Infinity.
Yeah, I see you don't like Infinity. I think Infinity's okay, but I'm struggling with it because New Avengers isn't good. Avengers is... And it's just... I don't even know if I want to finish getting them all.
Well, you know they're
It's-
coming out with
it's
a new
so-
Avengers,
it's so
right?
bad.
A
With a
new
what?
Avengers title.
It's out. Mighty Avengers.
Number one's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but maybe it'll be better than that. Does it tie into where Uncanny Avengers?
It ties into the Infinity storyline. I flipped through the comics. I didn't actually buy it, but it ties into the Infinity storyline, where it's like they're the only people left on Earth, and so now they're the Avengers.
Oh, you mean like It's like Spider-Man.
Because
freaking-
where's Spider-Man during this whole Infinity thing? He's not a title. It's him,
Yeah.
Luke Cage, and then I forget what he calls himself. But there's like this new Spider.
Power Man.
It's
Oh,
like
sorry, yeah.
So it's not Miles?
It is Miles, and he's got like this crazy colored suit. I don't know, it's weird. I looked at the back of it and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
But we aren't even talking good things about it right now. We're not trying to talk bad. It's just there's not much good to say about what's happening. And so that's what I'm trying to do, the reboot. Probably. So it
Yeah,
seems like to me.
Yeah, and then of course, like CV mentioned with the new Avengers, or I'm sorry, the all new Invaders. I really haven't looked much into it yet. I know, of course, it's going to be Captain America. I know it's going to be.
That's what I just talked about.
Well, I'm talking about the cast for the Invaders.
Well, Captain America, Winter Soldier, aka Bucky.
yeah. Then it's going to be Namor.
It's the Invaders It's all the Invaders.
Well, this is what I'm trying to figure out because I haven't looked at it yet. It's the Human Torch, but there's two of them.
It's the original. It's the one that was in the original Invaders. It's not. It's the
So
robot.
we're actually going back in time.
No, I guess they're bringing back the robot to fight an all new menace. They get back together.
Wait, Human Torch was the original? Was a robot?
I believe so. Yeah.
I thought it was just a guy.
No,
that
I
had the
think
same
it
powers.
was a android. I think. Yeah.
Who the hell makes an android that can set himself on fire?
I don't know.
Hank Pym.
Yeah, I mean, and then Namor. It was four, right? Those
The
four.
Submariner, yeah, the four, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they're all getting back together.
Okay.
They never, ever, ever.
Wow, really?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Finish it. It's
Make it
showtime.
stop. Make it stop.
I'm gonna let you handle this one. Star Wars spin-offs.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of already knew this, but I want to touch on this. Like, Disney has flat out come out and said that all the Star Wars spin-off movies are going to be origin tales of all their characters, essentially. So we're probably going to have a Yoda origin tale,
Oh, I love it.
a Han Solo and Chewie
Love
origin
it.
tale.
Love it.
What I thought would be really good, and I don't know if they'll do this or not, because if you do a Han Solo origin tale, you're clearly going to have to cast a young Han Solo,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
Is if in episodes, because this is going to be in between 7 and 8.
Right.
There'll be one in the summer between 7 and 8.
Uh-huh.
So in episode 7 we have the story.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 8 we have an origin telling of Han and Chewie, and in episode 9 what happens in that origin story somehow affects episode 9. Like it comes back 60 years later.
But are they going to call the origin ones in between there the episodes?
Like they haven't said that. It's probably going to.
Well, it's going to be its own thing. It's got to be.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're going to do the crawls. I mean, I don't see how they can make a Star Wars movie without an opening crawl. I told you, man. I think it'd be cool if they did just called it. It'll probably be Star Wars Origin.
Star Wars Episode 8.1.
No, stop it. Okay. No. But yeah, that's all.
They should shorten Origin to Orgy.
Or
Yeah,
stop it.
that's good.
Or like I always thought it'd be good if it just
Orgy.
said Star Wars and like Appendage 1 instead of Episode 1 or Episode 2.
Oh,
just
you know what? I like that. Yeah, that would work.
Appendage 1 Yoda.
Appendix.
Or Origin 1 Yoda. I don't know. Appendage 1 sounds good. Like Star Wars Appendage 1 Yoda. Because an appendix.
Appendix.
I know, it said appendage, not appendix. Appendage.
Appendix is not the same thing.
Yeah,
as an
appendix
appendage.
is just it's a graphical example. So an appendix
Appendage
is.
Yeah.
is like a story.
Appendage is a separate.
Oh, the only terminology for appendage I know is my arm.
No, appendage is like a side story that relates to. It's essentially tie-ins to all those.
That's what your arms do.
Yeah, so
They're appendages of your body that tie your body.
And you know your fingers are digits, but
Why
numbers are also digits.
That's all I know.
Stop it. So
Why they're called appendages.
So that's why I thought
You get
it'd
it
be
now, right?
For Han and Chewie. For
Anatomy.
for Han and Chewie for an appendage, and then
The
a
more
story
you
that
know.
gets told, or like even in Episode 7, you talk about something that happened when they were first starting out, and then you do the appendage movie, and that it gets explained in that movie. So I mean, I don't know. There's a lot they could do with it, and it could either go great or it could go terrible, and we could be like, remember the days
When Star Wars was good.
well, it'll the people who are new trilogy haters and be like, remember the day when the only problem we had was the new trilogy and
Now we got all this
Binks?
crap.
Now we got all this.
I remember Jar Jar.
Yeah,
I kind of like him now.
but yeah, I left it at that. So let's.
Okay. An official title was announced for the next Jurassic Park movie. It's going to be called Jurassic World.
What? Did
you-
y'all see the?
Yes,
Oh,
did you see that?
I didn't see it.
it was amazing.
Well, first off, it showed the picture, and like at first it was a dinosaur, but then it peemed out to where it was almost like a food chain thing.
Yeah.
And it put like humans at the bottom.
It was it
It was like dinosaur,
it was a
pterodactyl,
T-Rex, pterodactyl, then something else,
and then us.
and then us.
And it was the thing was just like a dude surfing, and it was like people at the beach having a good time.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that surfing, and then a pterodactyl just comes down and just goes, boom,
Scoops him up.
scoops him up, and then starts throwing him
Yep.
to and from his friend
Oh,
to kill him.
it's
And
great.
that point you see him, his like neck snap for him.
Oh
to
yeah,
die.
he's just hanging there, body limp. I was like, this is incredible. It's 4 minutes, dude.
It honestly creeped me out because I thought about like. What if that was me? Like you're done. Like while you're in those claws,
Well,
struggling.
what really creeps you out is when you watch Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah.
It's all on an isolated island.
Yeah.
What they just showed you, negative.
Means
It's no longer on
means
an
that
island.
Now people have to try to live with dinosaurs roaming. Like, what do you do? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting story what they tell. I mean, the last Jurassic Park movie wasn't that good.
You know what I did notice was I heard a big rumor that they were actually going to do the whole feather thing with the dinosaurs.
No, they said they weren't.
Well, at one point that
Yeah.
that was a big rumor, and when they showed the pterodactyl, definitely a reptile.
Well, no, they talked about that. They said even though science has now proven that dinosaurs more than likely had feathers, they're like that's not part of our story. Our story has dinosaurs without feathers. It's an alternate universe where dinosaurs never had feathers.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
So you can't
So it's Earth.
go into the movie and think science like
So
that's
it's
not
Earth
right
4 then.
anymore.
This is Earth
So
4.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Been
what
there,
you're
Night
saying
Owl.
is that there's no way Shadow can watch this movie.
Oh yeah.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
The bed
It
can
wrecks
go.
evolution and science.
he goes. I just can't watch Fantasia. I just can't take it. I can't watch it. I'm like, why? He's like, because the T-Rex and the Triceratops fight. And I go, so what? He goes, because they're from different eras. One's from the Jurassic period and one's from the Cretaceous period. I was like, are you serious? Like, that's your problem with Fantasia? You know there's walking broomsticks in Fantasia,
Yeah.
right?
Walking
That's
broomsticks,
your problem with
sticks
Fantasia.
and mops
That-
and buckets.
That's where you go. That's your go-to with Fantasia.
I wasn't sure if
That's
I was
why you don't
missing
like
something
it?
about Fantasia. I was like, is it a Disney movie or is there something else? But apparently,
Anyway, sorry.
It's an animated movie at that. Like, dude.
It's just whatever. Okay.
No, we love you, Shadow.
I hope he doesn't like Dragon Ball Z. You can't shoot Kamehameha waves out of your hands. This is horse shit.
And finally, I think we've all seen it, the RoboCop trailer.
What?
Ooh.
Okay, so
Was
I haven't
amazing.
seen it, but I heard talk about it, and I think it's gonna be good.
Well, see, everyone was hating on the black, but there are scenes in the trailer
we were one of those
where he's not.
there's scenes in the build. He's not black. He almost looks. I don't want to say identical, but he looks pretty damn close
Oh,
too.
besides having the fingers actually showing.
That's. I don't know how to feel about that.
Well,
Like, can I get a glove on it or something?
they might do that, but dude, it was when he was not black. I was like, oh.
The only difference that really shot out at me was that his visor's a lot smaller. Like, he has a little line as compared to.
How about the Iron Man-esque, the way it down? I was like,
I know, and I was
Iron
worried
Man.
that he was not gonna have a
The gun?
leg with a gun in it.
oh, they made sure to show that, didn't they?
Yeah, and I was just like, oh.
The guy drew on him, and then I was like, oh, and then it was
Your
on the
move.
left side. Did you catch that? That it was on the left side?
Your move.
That's right.
No.
So of
Dude.
course we were one of those people that were really skeptical about the black armor, and in the trailer, like you guys said, it shows the original armor in some aspect. He really show the visor with the old costume, with the original. I didn't see the visor down with it that much.
Yeah, well, it was only like once.
Once.
Okay.
In
It
the
was
trailer.
like
Now
once.
you probably see it more in the movie, but
But it seems like because in the first RoboCop, I know it's so long ago. I really hope that there's much as murder, death, kill as there was in the first. RoboCop.
what? There was a
'Cause
lot.
That was really good, and I really liked that, and he had absolutely no memory of his former self in RoboCop, like none whatsoever. In this one, it seems like when he becomes RoboCop, he has full and complete memory of who he used to be, and I think the story's about them wanting to get rid of that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I think it's that, or he has a little bit of it, and they can't figure out how to get rid of it. Like, he's got enough to know about his wife and his child. But I agree with you. Like, I think that's the we're trying to figure out how to wipe that. And obviously in this one too, he has zero control over the suit. Did you catch that?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
'cause they were
gains
like-
control of the suit.
And also Sam Jackson is in it, but I mean Sam Jackson is in everything now. So
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But the best I loved it when Michael Keaton was like, how did he say? Let's when he before he became black, before they painted it black, he said, let's crap. I knew it just a second ago.
What's crap?
No, he said let's
No, he didn't say
like let's spec op it up or something like that. And I was like, nice. And then you saw him black. I was like, sweet. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
It works, man.
Yeah. So, and of course we did see the giant robot in there, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it better
So
be
I like,
there.
I like to see how that plays out because I mean, honestly, the RoboCop is great to go back and watch, but with what you can do in movies now is compared to what you do with it then, we have a good chance that this actually might be being good. So-
I think it's gonna be good.
I think so.
I honestly do.
So
Yeah, the remake of Judge Dredd was as good as it is. I think they'll do just fine with this one. I like Judge Dredd, by the way.
Dredd was great.
Dude, yeah, the last
It
Red.
was when he freaking broke that guy's freaking face with his helmet. That was hilarious.
Dude, I still, you know what? I'm still a supporter of Ben Affleck playing Batman, but if they were to change that and say Carl Urban, I would be stoked. I was like, that dude is Batman all the way.
well,
And luckily, speaking of
remix.
80s movies, that's pretty much our discussion. Should 80s movies be remade to where they technically are now?
Well, here's my feeling about that. The whole remake thing and how people get so butthurt, like with Evil Dead and with Total Recall and now RoboCop. People get so they're like, why remake it? Here's the thing about remakes. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is happening to your original movie. So, Total Recall, if you didn't like it, it sucked. Well, guess what? You still have the ability as a person that you can physically walk over to your DVD or Blu-ray collection, pull out the Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall, put it in and watch it. Just
agree.
because they do a remake, it does not affect the... Now, unless it's Star Wars, then we're...
What?
then it's different. Then
I was about to say, it's like...
then it's hard to watch the original versions. But
I was going to
no.
say, I mean, I wanted to make sure I have this in my possession at all times for when they do a Back to the Future.
They will...
Look at you now.
No, and that does kind of turn me off a little bit. But that being said, I go back to thinking, well, I can still pop in my Michael J. Fox and
Exactly.
Christopher Lloyd.
There's nothing that says you have to like the remakes.
Yes,
But like you said a minute ago, what they can do with movies now versus what they can do with movies in the 80s,
And see,
they have the potential to
It's-
make them so much better.
and it's different. You bring it Back to the Future, it's different. RoboCop today, you watch it, it does not hold up. RoboCop does not hold up today.
Yeah,
You watch it and you go, crap, like look at the way that robot moves.
Mhm.
Back to the Future still holds up today.
Then today doesn't hold up to Back to the Future because we still don't have our flying cars. I still don't have my shoes.
No.
Where's my hoverboard?
I'm talking about
Where's my hoverboard, man?
Just you could pop Back to the Future in right now, the first one that was made in 1985. We gotta get back to 1985. That was made in 1985. Pop the Blu-ray in, and you wouldn't know that except for the dates. You know, it would be hard to distinguish when it was actually made if it wasn't all about time.
Yeah, I agree. Especially the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray made it look like it was made like a couple
And
years
just
ago.
with the graphics and everything, you know, and the way Michael J. Fox doesn't age. You know, you know how he could go back and play Marty McFly.
He's a vampire.
How he could go back and
He's a
play.
vampire.
Wow. I could go back and play Marty McFly as a 16-year-old right now, and no one would ever know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
They just like, oh, okay,
A
sweet.
little bit of makeup. I mean, look what they did to Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Looper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
you
he
make him
shakes
look
a little
however
bit,
you want.
that's all.
Now I like it when I like Total Recall. Everybody hated it.
Oh, I thought it was great.
because it wasn't on Mars.
I thought it was good too.
But I like how they told a different story. Because who wants to watch a frame for frame thing of a movie that you've technically already seen? Just
You say the same things about comic books.
Just
too.
comic books are different. When you're taking it from pages and putting it on screen, that's a whole other experience. You're experiencing something else. I've already experienced this movie in film. If you want to update the graphics, then fucking take it and pull out the stuff that looks like crap and put in CGI stuff,
Mhm.
George Lucas, and and just do that. And instead, if you're gonna take that's what Total Recall did. It took the elements of Total Recall and what the story was about and made something new. Some people didn't like it, some people did. And again, I go back to the fact that if you're the one that didn't like it, stop boo-hooing and just go put in the old Total Recall.
Well, see, now did he have the same name?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the one thing that I think people have. If they're gonna make another Total Recall movie, and not do the same story, a lot of people are gonna say, well, then just use different characters. But the whole point in them using the same character names is because it's something we already know.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I thought Total Recall was great. The whole gravity shift thing in the drill that went from one side of the earth to the other was awesome.
And all that was new.
Oh yeah,
it's just,
that was
I don't know.
great. Now, except for the fact when they started climbing on the outside of that thing that was moving at like 1,000 miles an hour.
Yo, me and Heather, I think there's an episode of Married to Another where Heather and I talked about that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
And
That and lens flare, I remember that.
and how ridiculous that was. I'm like, how fast is this thing going? If you're going from one point of the earth through it to another point, and you're able
All through gravity.
and you're able to
You're
crawl on the out, like you're able to climb it. Your face, your eyeballs should be in your asshole. Right, like as soon as you open the door.
Oh, like the door opens, the
Yeah.
pressure should shred the whole thing.
So I don't know, but I mean it's.
But it's a movie. I can get past that because it's a movie.
Because Batman made it, and if Batman made it, then you know it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he got blown up by a nuclear weapon,
It was fine.
and he was in Paris like 2 days later.
He wasn't in it.
Fake
Sorry,
news.
what? Just kidding.
With Selena Kyle, not Catwoman, Selena Kyle.
Hmm.
I have not had a bad experience with any of the remakes so far. I haven't gotten to see Total Recall yet. It really wasn't on my list to really watch.
That's really good.
One
I
remake
recommend
I
it.
don't like is Transformers. Transformers is good, but they really
I
needed
want
to not give up
to have a
Prime
good show. I don't want to talk about Transformers. I want to have a good show.
You don't think the new one's going to be good?
Age
I'm
of
sure it'll be fine.
Extinction.
Whatever, dude. Call me that.
Because it features the Dinobots. It's a good play on.
I'm excited
Those
about it.
Dinobots,
If
those
it's
Dinobots better save the hell out of that movie.
At least the GoBots aren't in it.
Well, that's a completely different thing. GoBots. The GoBots are a completely different thing.
Chopper.
Really? Wow. Was it that funny?
What?
It's not like a fart in silence. It's not that funny.
Even Evil Dead was really good.
Evil Dead.
Even though they starbucked her, they starbucked him. Remember we coined that term?
We did coin that term, getting Starbucks. Did I tell you that I couldn't go back and I wanted to watch the original Battlestar Galactica, but I couldn't because Starbuck was a dude, and it just didn't sit right
Yeah.
with me.
It doesn't.
Because it had
You used to-
Odama. Odama and her were banging.
Obama?
Odama.
Obama?
and they were like boys, and so all that ran through my mind was them banging. And I'm like, I got through half an episode. Honestly, I was just like, I can't take this.
I tried to watch it too, Stu. I feel the same way. I couldn't watch it either. So what they did with The Evil Dead was they turned the main character from a guy to a chick.
And she wasn't even named Ash.
Yeah, she was named Ash. But that was really good because you didn't know what was going to happen with that. You didn't know that she was going to be the main character. I tell you what, that one's got one of the most creepiest scenes in it. Have you seen Evil Dead?
The new one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene where she gets like tied up in the bushes.
Oh
by,
my gosh.
Oh yeah.
That's after him, right? And the bushes are like coming to life, and she gets thrown up. And this is how the demon enters her. It's like a tentacle tree with spikes, goes right up her hoo-ha.
So it's like watching anime porn.
Yeah, and it was like, and she's like, oh, and it was like,
oh, that's 100% anime porn right there. Like, dude.
I was watching with Trex, and I was like, oh my god, that's gonna go up her. Oh,
He was freaking out.
That's dude. That is
so excited.
Somebody's watched a lot of animated porn.
But
Like,
no, but with the Evil Dead, if you get to the very end of the Evil Dead, it has such an incredible throwback. It is nothing like the original Evil Dead, but at the end of it has such a crazy throwback to the actual movie. It was so good. It's like, you know, the red chainsaw. That's like what you always associate with.
As soon as I saw it, I was on the edge of my seat the entire through the end of the movie.
You were like, what are they gonna do with that red chainsaw? And then it looks like the movie ends, and they're gonna do nothing with it. And then boom, something happens with it, and you're like, skeet, 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 skeet. Skeet, 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 skeet,
Now,
skeet.
we didn't actually stay for the end of the movie, but I did find out that there was actually something at the end.
Well, don't ruin it. Just stay for the credits for Evil Dead.
The movie's like already out on DVD.
nah, can't tell people, man. Don't tell people.
Well, I mean, it's not like a. It's
If
more
you
of a
tell
homage
them-
to the original movie.
I will
Then it's
buy a
worth
ticket
watching.
back to South Carolina and slap you,
Stop it.
and then fly back.
You haven't seen it?
I've seen it.
Okay.
I haven't.
Just watch after the credits of Evil Dead.
You even know what it is?
You told me.
Oh yeah,
You did.
that's right. I loved it so much. But so while we're actually talking about it, what '80s movie would you guys actually will want to see remade to now? I'll go with Showtime first. What '80s movie would you like to see remade?
Brave Little Toaster.
What?
Stop.
Was that an '80s movie?
Yeah.
I think it was like 89.
I know
like,
what movie
think
I
it's-
want.
I
I
think
know
it's
what movie I want.
No, Brave Little Toaster. I cried enough. In
I don't know. Let's see. Right. Well, that was '90s. Damn it. I don't know. I don't know.
We
if
can go
it's
early
80s.
90s.
Early 90s is okay.
What about Rocket Man?
Yes.
The
Rocketeer.
No,
Yeah.
Rocket Man. You talking about the comedy movie?
No, the
one with the guy in the
Rocketeer,
jetpack.
where he had with the gold mask.
Yeah,
Rocketeer.
Rocketeer, for sure. I agree with that.
Ooh, that would be nice.
The Rocketeer, yeah.
How would you really do that in the new age? Because back then, as an '80s movie, it was correct because it was in the
But
'80s.
it wasn't set in the 80s. That movie was not set in the 80s.
It wasn't.
That
No
movie
way,
was set
dude.
like in the 40s, 50s era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so-
they had like futuristic tones to it, like they were ahead of that time. And that's all they have to do again is just set it in a like in the 90s, but set it like the technology is ahead of where it's at.
Okay. Stevie B, what would be your movie?
Brave Little Toaster.
I love listening to Sean Cast. Like, I want to be clear, I did not steal this from him. But the one movie that I would honestly like to see remade, I don't even think he was for this. I think it was one of his guests. I really would like to see Flash Gordon done well. I don't think that's an 80s movie, but it's like an old school.
It's
close enough.
Yes.
I think it's late 70s, maybe early 80s.
I know that I think Sci-Fi took a shot at it or something, and it was just not
A
very-
shot all over its back.
Yeah, but I just think that an amped up, like, do you take itself seriously? And I think taking itself seriously, amped up Flash Gordon movie doesn't have to be. It just needs to follow the themes of it. I think with the way sci-fi movies are right now, Star Trek and all that stuff, it's a good time to try to push that through. Like, we're about to have Star Trek and Star Wars like every other year.
Yeah.
You know, all new movies coming out. So I think, I don't know, I'd like to see a Flash Gordon remake.
I think I would like to. I mean, if I think we should see a New York Jets play a Flash Jordan, and I'm voting for Tim Tebow. Man needs a job.
He's okay. He's not a Jet anymore. He was a Patriot.
He's not a Patriot anymore.
He was a Patriot last, so
Wait,
you have to say a
so-
Patriot player.
So he's a Jet and a Patriot?
Mhm.
So, Flash Gordon, done.
Oh yeah.
What
hey.
80 movie would you like to see remade?
All right, no judging,
Here we go.
but cult
Judge
classic.
Dredd. Just kidding.
Howard the Duck.
High five to that shit right there.
Yes, sir.
I thought you were going to say Pretty Women.
I would love to
That's
see
probably
them
Showtime.
remake.
Sex in the City.
I would love to see them remake Howard the Duck.
You know,
That would
he
be
got mad one time 'cause
incredible.
I haven't ever seen Howard the Duck.
Oh, dude. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm just going to say, see if it's on Netflix or
You're
something. You
missing
need to see
out.
it. You'll love it, dude. It's freaking hilarious. Dude, it's a you know what? It's you as a duck.
Whoa, what?
Am I lying? It's a crude, rude, loves women duck.
I do love women.
It's an alien. It's an actual duck that gets chicks.
Yes.
And they're
And he's
hot women.
and he, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. He's from another planet, right?
He is
and
from
it's-
another
yeah,
planet,
and
yeah.
he's just on Earth. Oh, it's great, dude.
I'll have to check it out.
It's legit, man.
All right, Howard the Duck. I'll see.
Howard the Duck.
All
And
right.
you could tell that like there's a midget in the costume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like it's legit.
All right, well, buy it for me for Christmas.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Amazon, I know it's on there. I'll look you up later, Amazon.
Ooh. Showtime, you got an 80s movie in mind?
He already said
Yeah, he
his.
Oh, he did. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, so it's all of us, huh?
I did lag out though, so I don't know what we talked about it.
I'm trying to really think of an 80s movie that I would like to see. Maybe
Star Wars? No, I'm just kidding.
remade into something good. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just say any Star Trek movie that was released in the 80s. Let's remake those
Hell yeah to that.
because they sucked.
Stop it. Don't be so mean to the Star Trek fans.
I mean, he's gonna hate on Star Wars. He's gonna get bashed.
I only hate on one movie.
Whatever.
Dude, just say Solomon Grundy to Mike whenever he's talking shit to you.
I got the
Hey.
3D cover.
Hey, can we
Son
call
of a
you out real
Grundy.
quick as a group?
What's up?
As a Trex, like Nerds the Apocalypse calling out Trex. Can we call you out?
Hold on, let me
I-
get my 80s movie
Really?
out first.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, let's do the 80 movie, then
Yeah,
we'll do
okay.
that, and then
Yeah.
we can close the show. Because I got
I would-
somewhere to be.
I would probably have to go. I actually really liked Rollerball.
Okay, I can see that being remade
Roller
now.
was that an 80s movie?
That was that
Close.
crazy
There was
freaking
two
like.
of 'em.
Oh, okay, not the
Rocky
later
Derby
Rollerball.
football.
Okay, I know which movie. I know which one you're talking about.
the later one that we probably already know is the one with Chris O'Donnell in it.
Yeah, you're talking about the. Okay, I know the
Yeah.
one.
Wait, so has it already been remade? I've never seen Rollerball from
It was. Well, I don't think it was called Rollerball.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was called something else.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
terrible.
can I add another movie that needs to be remade
What's
or made
another
a sequel to?
Your mama.
Escape from New York.
Oh. Without M16 stripped down.
Don't tell me you've never seen it. Please don't tell me you've never seen it. Please don't tell me.
Dude, I've seen from Escape from L.A. and from New York.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I've seen them both, and I would love to see Snake Plissken again. I would like to see Kurt Russell Snake Plissken.
You know-
not recast.
You know Snake Plissken is the basis for Metal Gear for Solid Snake, right?
Well, duh.
That was my eye patch, my fake one.
Wow. All right, so what are you gonna call me out about?
Okay. I know that you like looking at yourself, but your Instagram pictures we got to talk about.
Alright, Mike has an
You're going a
Instagram.
little out of control with your selfies.
Is he taking selfies?
Oh God, dude! and he thinks it's
Hold on,
cute.
hold on.
He thinks it's cute to put something in the shot and then have his like half face behind it somewhere. Like he put one today that said cheesiest selfie, and he had a box of Cheez-Its that he was smiling behind. I'm not even lying. And I was just sitting here like, does he think this is cute?
Quit being a faggot. Just quit it. I'm sorry. I'm not anti-gay. I'm not. No.
Hold on.
But
hold on. There's
in
actually
the
no-
term of not calling gay people faggots, Mike is quit being a faggot, Mike. Quit it.
There- And you know, I got on Instagram to follow a couple of my friends. Chas Femme Geek from Twitter. She's in Charleston. She's friends with Sean. I follow SOE online. Follow
Ugh,
them.
gay.
I follow Kevin Smith on there as well. Kevin Smith has posted up a bunch of pictures with him and Jason Mewes. And then I all of a sudden got a notification on the bottom of my screen saying like, "Oh, apparently I have followers." Actually, I don't even know how many followers I have.
8. I looked today.
It's 8.
Yes.
Well,
One of them's your mom, so 7.
You can't count your mom or your dad if he's on there too.
No, they're both not there. But I saw that I had at least 8 followers, and with 8 followers, it's like, my Google Plus has 5 people following me. 5 people like my Google Plus page, so I now officially have to use Google Plus.
Negative. I have 16 people following me on Instagram. You know how many pictures I post? 0. Every once in a while, I'll throw something crazy up there. 16 people. I don't post shit.
I mean, I just need to hire a community manager to do all this crap. I'm done.
Okay.
Maybe we need to get Ambient Andrew. He can do it.
Amy,
Yeah.
Andrew, you want to be my community manager?
Andrew, why are you following all of the cat
Only if
pictures?
it's owned and operated by Trexlight Productions.
It's entertainment.
Excuse me, Trexlight Entertainment.
Yeah, Andrew, you need to get it right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sick burn. Okay.
I
Somebody
am on
Andrew for me.
Instagram. I'm actually going to use it a little bit more.
Awesome.
Just because.
More selfies. Yay.
More selfies, that's right. That's right. Maybe I can post up a fake script. I found that from Twitter too. I found it from Twitter because Angry Joe posted it, and I was like,
Angry
what?
Joe didn't believe it, did he?
He was doing his Angry Joe thing, pretty much ranting about it on Twitter, which was really funny just to read. But yeah, we found a link from justjared.com, and it was definitely a fake because it was from Funny or Die, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, Warner Brothers makes some pretty stupid choices sometimes. But I mean, casting Justin Bieber as Robin.
Or even, I think he would be a great Jimmy Olsen.
Okay, I'm going to kick you in the face.
You know what kills me about Jimmy Olsen is everybody knows Superman. Everybody knows Lois Lane, but no one knows Jimmy.
How does no one know Jimmy?
I don't. Everybody I ask. I asked
I
two.
mean, he's like the gay best friend.
I asked 2 of our good people that were here yesterday, and none of them knew who he was.
Both of them?
Yes, both those guys. I said
Wait, not even Superboy?
no. He didn't know. He didn't know who Jimmy Olsen. I was like, wow.
I'm a little heartbroken.
No one knows him, and so I was like, no wonder he was almost written out of Man of Steel because they seem that nobody cares. But anyway, okay. Are we done? Are we
I'm still gonna do Instagram. I'm gonna do selfies.
That's fine, but stop talking about it. Cause
Can you do a NotA
right.
selfie where we're all me and Matt will stay on there?
No, I don't want to be in his. No.
Come on, let's do it right now. We'll do it right now.
Do you want to be on my selfie, Matt? Can you be on my selfie?
God.
Come on,
Why are
we can
we?
do this.
Hang on.
Seriously?
I'm in it. I'm in it, right?
Ah.
Will you
Steve,
take your
stop
microphone out of your
being
mouth?
Yeah, huh?
I did take
He
it.
already took it.
Oh, you got the picture.
Where the hell were you? Apparently,
Trying to swallow the mic.
yeah, trying to suck off the mic there.
So,
Trying to suck off the mic.
Aw.
Let's see what I did there.
On that note,
wow. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to check us out over Facebook at facebook.com/Nerds of the Apocalypse and on Twitter APOC.
Stevie B. Oh, at Stevie B. Wait, you just said our YouTube channel.
He was banging out the Twitter handles.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I messed that all up. But you just mentioned the YouTube thing. Shouldn't we talk about it?
I was going to.
Oh, go. Okay, sorry. At Stevie B 5986.
At Preach NotA.
I can't see you guys pointing. It's lagging out. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
At
Showtime NotA.
Showtime. All right, I'll say it. At Showtime NotA.
I said it. Did you not hear me? I said it
No.
like 3 times.
Say it again.
At Showtime NotA.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
And this will be the last broadcast for Nerds of the Apocalypse on Trexlight on my YouTube channel because he pandered me so much. He wants his own channel.
Pandered me. No, you were like, I need to get you guys off my channel.
That sounds
you're
like
fired.
I'm sorry.
This
I
is
just
my way to
interrupt
say
you.
you guys are
What-
fired.
There's a lot of
Did you say he
DCUO
hand jobbed
sourcecast
you?
going on his channel, and I don't like it.
Did you say he hand jobbed you? There was some
yeah.
interference. I did. Steve, you hand jobbed mics for your own channel?
No, I did not hand job Mike for my own channel.
That's some dedication.
Yeah, it is dedication. I take it back. Yes, I did hand job him. Just
So you can find all the future NotA videos and also some new stuff coming that all these guys are going to be doing over at youtube.com/Nerds of the APOC.
and of course we're gonna make Trex
14.
put it right
Look
there in the
for it
show
in
notes,
December.
right there.
Yep. Always right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there. Please subscribe. Is this going to be under construction as of posting this video, or are you actually going to have a picture up that doesn't say under construction?
You know what? I don't give a damn anymore.
Stop. It's not his channel. He doesn't care anymore.
Apparently. Could you get the under construction off of there, please? It'd be great.
I will certainly do that.
Thank you. Okay.
No problem.
But please subscribe. If you don't
subscribe,
if you don't have enough subscribers, Stevie B gets his feelings hurt and he becomes a sensitive panda. And nobody likes Stevie B as a sensitive panda.
No,
I don't come around when he's sensitive, panda.
Okay.
I never seen a sensitive panda.
Subscribe.
Yes, so please do hit the subscribe button. You're going to find the NotA podcast. You're also going to find Married to a Nerd on there as well. Yay. So that's going to be their official home as well. And I think Showtime's going to do gameplay videos, bunches of
For
stuff.
He figures
Final
out how to work
Fantasy
his
right
computer.
now. Yeah, well, I figured out how to work it. Just the videos are not fluid, so that's the problem.
And we're eventually going to get Preach to do something if he would ever actually bring his laptop over like he said he's going to do every time, and then it never does.
I keep forgetting about the whole laptop thing.
Clearly. Okay. Well, sounds good.
All right, but thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys next time. And what's our sign off again?
Go team!
When we get on the new channel, we'll decide on a perfect send off. What did I say?
But right now it's NotA out.
I did it, you guys!
So, Mr. Computer, where does it hurt?
Well, Doc, I feel real sluggish. I'm half as fast as I used to be.
Sounds like you have a virus, adware, spyware maybe, making you feel groggy.
Is it terminal, Doc?
No, but I am sending you to a specialist.
Go see PC Laser Tech for a thorough checkup. They repair laptops and desktops, so your computer will be good as new. PC Laser Tech, West Columbia. Ask us about layaway. Call 794-5115 or visit PCLaserTech.com.